What's the name? So rumors have been circulating for the past few weeks that Ubisoft was working on a new BR game, but actually today, right before we started recording a couple hours ago, which is today in which we're recording is April 23rd, 2022, Ubisoft tweeted out that we are in fact not working on a BR game. They're working on a team battle arena game called ProjectQ. The game is currently in early development and it's being tested. They said it's not a BR game, but the game will feature a variety of PvP modes with one single goal in mind: fun. They don't have plans to add NFTs to this game. You can find out more by registering and taking place in upcoming tests. So if you guys want to register to actually get early access to ProjectQ, just head on over to the Ubisoft Twitter page. They have the link there, or like their website, I'm pretty sure, and you can register to try the game out. But you know, people, ever since this whole NFT fiasco happened with Ubisoft, as well as some of the games they've been putting out, people really hate this company. I'm not gonna lie, they have been taking a lot of L's. Hyperscape, remember that? So as a giant fuck you, they weren't lying. They are doing like early development tests of the game, and one of the testers for the game actually leaked footage of it. We were able to see it. We're not going to show it in the video for legal reasons, but it doesn't hurt to describe what we saw, you know. So based off what we saw, it's kind of got a Fortnite cartoony style to it. It's a PvP game mode. I mean, PvP game, giving me kind of Overwatch, Fortnite vibes. It looks terribly generic to me. It looks like it might get hyped for like a week or a month, and then like, I don't know, I just didn't see anything here that's gonna blow my mind. It looks like another hero shooter to me. How you feel, Ethos, about ProjectQ?
Meh. That's all you get. I know what you're trying to do. That's all you get from me.
You know what's funny? When I saw this gameplay, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what happened to that first-person shooter that was supposed to come out from Ubisoft, the free-to-play game?
Oh, you didn't hear? You didn't hear what happened?
What happened to it? I remember I played it.
They cut the Tom Clancy name off of it, and they're, I guess, heavily reworking it right now because of the backlash it got as a Tom Clancy. So they're not even going to include it to be in the Tom Clancy verse. They're just going to make a bunch of characters and stuff like that, basically.
That game is going to fail, too, because it's terribly generic. It's literally Call of Duty.
All the games they've launched recently that have not been outside their main franchise have been generic. So,
any thoughts on ProjectQ, Jay?
Ubisoft, I love y'all, but I don't want to see this game come out. From what we've seen, it just looks more like one of those games that is not going to catch any steam. And at this point, I'm sick of you all taking L's. I think that you all just need to stick to like the franchises that people know and love, and don't put NFTs into it, because I think even if people do, you know, actually start embracing NFTs as a whole, I don't think that Ubisoft is going to, you know, get the people on it. I think that other companies might, you know, find a better way to do it. People are like, hey, like, it's cool. But I think that Ubisoft already pisses people off. So I think that anything they do going forward, unless it's like years upon years down the line, I don't think that, you know, they're going to catch up to it. But looking at this leaked footage, I'm sorry, it just looks hella generic. And I know they're like, you know, Epic, they're coming out with Rumble first. Like, it just looks like you're trying to compete with Epic at this point.
Just accept. You're not gonna make a Fortnite, Ubisoft. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just accept it. You can't make a Fortnite.
It looks like a mobile game.
Just accept it. It's okay.
Looks like Knockout City mixed with Rumbleverse. Like, it just, I don't understand like why they're going this route. Like, just the shooters that they have been coming out with over the past few years, just like, it's like we can tell that like you're just grasping, like you're just trying to get into these different genres, but you're just not doing it correctly. Or maybe you're just not the studio, the developer to actually, you know, make these games good. So I'm just trying to figure out at this point why are we making these decisions to make these type of games that we know will die. You know, if you get a month out of people, then that's a win out of you. But you want people to be able to play this game 6 months to a year down the line. And just people are not going to catch on. People aren't looking for these type of games anymore. So it's time to, I get there, you know, they're trying to get, it's not like they're just trying to get out of these franchises and stop, you know, making, you know, a whole bunch of Assassin's Creed, which, you know, they already stopped doing those annually, and they're just desperately trying to find something else, and just none of these games just are hitting. So I'm tired of them, you know, doing this stuff, and I don't understand why.
I think Ubisoft is suffering from an identity crisis. They were like the heavy hitters of the 360 PS3 well as riding into, they rode that wave as well, that success into the PS4 era with the Assassin's Creed, the Far Cry, those types of games. But since Far Cry 3 and like Assassin's Creed 2, they really haven't like innovated much. They kind of just been coasting on the success of their giants. And they're suffering from identity crisis because people got tired of it. Like the Ghost Recon's flopped. That free-to-play game we were just talking about flopped. I think this ProjectQ is gonna flop. They need to innovate. And I think there's a reason why. There's literally another article I just read this morning about there's another attempt right now at a potential hostile takeover at Ubisoft. Maybe their leadership is just not, they've been involved in like various scandals within the company. It just seems like they're unfocused, and then
gave up. Feels like they gave up.
It feels like they especially gave up after Watch Dogs Legion. Like it's kind of just been downhill.
I say even Legion itself. I don't even say that. I say before that. I would say, man, I'm trying to think. What's the last time? I think the last time they tried was Origins.
Yeah. I enjoyed Odyssey. I did really enjoy Odyssey.
But a lot of people felt Odyssey was just like,
it was divisive. It was divisive.
Of Origins, you know what I mean? Like that's what people felt it was a lot.
That's what they felt. But if you played the game, it was different enough, in my opinion. It was much more, like I feel like Origins was more grounded. It was. I would say Odyssey is just a flat out fun game, magic based game.
Yeah.
I think the problem with them too is just freaking the NFTs. Like I said, did they have an identity crisis? I don't know, man. They keep taking fucking L's.
The crypto stuff. It's just like, just stop, man. Like they used to be. You know what's crazy? I remember Ubisoft used to be known for a long time ago. We used to say that Ubisoft would make these great games with like cool ideas. Like they make a bunch of cool ideas, but the thing about Ubisoft was that usually their execution was off. And sometimes the games just wouldn't be like as good as they could have been, but they had a cool idea, and a lot of their games were unique in that respect. Now they're not even unique anymore. They're just trying to chase a trend or something like that. They don't feel like they try to like experiment and make something unique and different, even if it isn't that well executed, which sucks. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, literally, like
they are so lucky they have Siege, man. If they didn't have Siege, I think they'd be screwed.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah,
which reminds me, they put out a Rainbow game. That one sucked too. Damn.
Yeah, it did.
The zombie joint. That's crazy. My bad.
Yeah. I would say I think Watch Dogs are probably like the last like pretty good franchise, and even that took a while to catch on because the first Watch Dogs everybody was like then they did the second one, right? And then we told them like the second one is some heat, like y'all need to try it out. And then Legion was just okay. Like Legion didn't push the needle further. Yeah, so it's like, once again, like you have a good franchise and then you do something, you continue doing the same thing. You don't find, some really unique ideas and ways to innovate on that franchise. And then it just ends up being another super open world. Like you take 70, 80 hours to beat this. And that's just not what we're looking for anymore. Like Elden Ring was good for different reasons as to why, like, it took so long, like, cause they innovated on their formula and made it open world. But like, and then we talked about the controversy with you all, former Ubisoft people hating on Elden Ring and and like, it's just, bro, you just keep taking L's. It's like, y'all just need to shut up, go back to the drawing board, work on Splinter Cell, because that's what people really want. We want Splinter Cell at this point, and like it doesn't matter how. It doesn't, bro. And I don't want it to be like that. I really don't. I don't want to mess up Splinter Cell, but they probably will, though. It just seemed like with everything's been going on, you're gonna find a way to mess up that too. So I really don't know what they can do at this point, but I just think they need to. Maybe it is the leadership at the end of the day, because I ain't even really think about that. But yeah, maybe there is no true leadership, and who's ever the head right now is just saying, hey, just try to come up with something now. And we're just coming up with a bunch of crap that's like just gonna end up being a fly-by-night type of situation.
I know Phil Spencer's definitely like he's definitely staring like, it seems like y'all need some new leadership.
Do you really want to buy Ubisoft though?
For their franchises, yeah, I'd buy it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, to gain that. If
I could get them for the low.
Well, yeah, you probably can get them for probably relatively cheap considering all the controversy and stuff like that. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to.
They're not Activision money, but like what they paid for Bungie, they paid them like $3 billion, probably like that 3 to 5, I think.
Well, they're bigger than Bungie. Bungie was overvalued like hell. Like they were not worth no $3 billion. That was what.
But Destiny is popping though. Still, it's still popping.
It's still no $3 billion. It's just no way in hell.
Ubisoft don't got nothing, bro.
No. But this is why though. That's one franchise. We're talking one franchise. Ubisoft still has Siege, It has so it has the entire Tom Clancy suite. So you get all their IP.
True,
so
true.
Tom Clancy. That means you get access to Rainbow Six. You get access to Splinter Cell. You get access to The Division, which was good. You get access to, so you get like a boatload of IPs that you're gonna get at hold of. And remember, that was the same thing with Activision, right? They bought Activision, yeah, because of course they get the cash cow, which is Call of Duty, but they had all those dormant IPs that they're also gonna be able to get access to and make like sequels of, or bring them back from the dead, which is like the idea, right? Can bring Tony Hawk back, can bring like a bunch of other things that have just been dormant. And Ubisoft has a shitload of stuff that's been dormant for a while. So yeah, like, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff I think they could pull off. They could bring back you.
So estimation in comparison. So Bethesda was 7.5 and Activision was 68. So where would you say that Ubisoft realistically would be?
I think that 3 range is fine because I wouldn't put Ubisoft above Bethesda.
I would not above Bethesda. I put them above Bungie for sure.
Above Bungie.
I would say 5 to 10. I think 15 on a good scale. If you're really valuing Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed.
Their market cap is 4.171 billion.
So 5. That's a good number right there.
I would go 5 or 6 and buy them out like that.
Okay.
Freaking
and you get Assassin's Creed. I mean, granted, regardless of what we think about Assassin's Creed, like that sells every year. Like Valhalla sold the most out of their entire franchise.
That's like their one glimmer of hope that they've had recently is Valhalla, and even still, that had some flack because I've seen a lot of people, including me, talk about how they quit the game because it's
too big.
It's too big. Well, they put out that article saying it's smaller, and then it turned out I think it was bigger than Odyssey.
That was a lie, bro. Big cap.
Damn.
I got to the part where they got over to you get over to England, and I was like, God damn, this map is fucking big. I got at least 75% of that map filled. I was like, all right, I'm making it through. I'm gonna get to the end. Then they showed me fucking Valhalla, and I turned the game
That's
off.
literally when I quit too. I beat the England part, and then you get to the part where the gods are at, and I said, wait, there's 5 more maps? Nah, we're done.
I'm done. Fuck this shit. Because I got near the end of the England part, and I was like, and then they introduced Valhalla to me, and I said, fuck that. I don't think
so.
I'm good off this. I'm turning this
I'm watching the ending on YouTube. Fuck.
I'm not mad at y'all.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at y'all because I beat it, but I'm not mad at y'all for quitting.
Yeah, for people too, like I was like, I got damn Excalibur, I got the fucking rare weapons and armor that were hard as fuck to get your hands on. You had to go through a bunch of quests to do. I did it all just to fucking quit and just say fuck.
I think what makes the Assassin, like a game like that really bad is nothing changes. Nothing changes between the 20th hour and the 100th hour in that game.
And
like after about 20 hours, you've seen everything you need to see.
There's so much dead zone in the middle of the game. There's so much boring shit in the middle where it's just like certain quests of the certain regions are just boring. They're just not.
I don't think any like open world game needs to be longer than like 20 to 50 hours tops, unless it really does something like Elden Ring, where there's a lot of unique boss patterns, fights with unique boss patterns and stuff, where it keeps you engaged, or there's like lore and like unique. But
it's
items.
also because Elden Ring had a bunch of different biomes that felt different. Like, you know, you'd be in the swamp,
level design,
and then the levels, the staging of the levels. Then you'd be in a volcano manor. It was the level design was really good. And fucking Valhalla, it was just damn forest. It was forest everywhere, fucking.
And it was raining. It was Cleveland. It was drowsy.
And raining and shit. It was really orange. Yeah,
I just want to point out that this is like I think the 4th consecutive episode that we brought up Elden Ring. Oh my god,
Elden Ring
so good,
it's just better.
It's just better.
Oh, good luck, Starfield. Good luck.